Hello and welcome to. I sound weird. Hello and welcome to Father for the Point, episode 12.
No, hello and welcome to Cosmo and Wanda, episode 1.
Hello, welcome to Copyright Infringement, episode 1.
Hello, welcome to Disney sponsor episode, all of it.
Is us begging gonna be a new gag?
Only,
That was a cool. Like,
No,
this is a. Fine.
it's a handbag.
Alright. Welcome to the world's most poorly lit episode, which won't affect you if you're listening to our audio podcast.
Hey, do you know it picks up my earrings? Okay, one side. This side you can see that it's pink.
And that's something you can only. Oh, it's actually very bright.
Right, it's like neon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like edit a lot of the. I'm gonna have to edit this one a lot just to make sure we're seen. Like in the raw footage, from what I'm seeing, we are just backlit the hell.
Welcome to the Silhouette Show.
Welcome to the show where we have the most. My legs like sticking up. We have the most.
You sit like Ape.
We have the most professional setup.
You're sweating.
Yes. Where we have the most consistent backdrops of all time.
Donuts. I mean the songs in the background is getting louder. So wanna tell them where we are today?
If you're on video podcast format, you're gonna find out. Hey, you're gonna be thinking to yourself, hey, where are these two assholes today?
Mm-hmm.
To quote the wonderful, lovely the prophets of old.
Wait, carry on.
In the name and the words of our great prophets of old, the Lonely Island, we're on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at me.
Yeah.
But we are on a boat.
We're supposed to go like I'm on a boat.
Oh, then Akon isn't the prophecy. Only
It's T-Pain. You got the wrong singer. But
So-
yeah.
Oh
It's
no,
T-Pain,
yeah,
it's
the
T-Pain.
auto-tune.
Because he goes shorty.
He's pretty short.
Yeah. Not that. Okay.
He is short.
Yeah. So we are
Yeah, it's
legit
proof.
on a boat.
We have proof. There's a little boat. We are at Punggol's.
This is called Marina.
The Marina Cove.
Marine Cove. No.
We're on a boat on the marina.
We legally own one now. We wish.
We are on the HMS Farther. HMS Farther actually sounds kind of cool. We are in service of Her Majesty the Queen. As of now, before we defect from the UK and join another country.
Venezuela.
We're gonna join Venezuela. And we're gonna get what are those horns from the World Cup a couple of years ago? The annoying trumpet ones. It's like made of plastic. It just makes that tooting sound.
Newt.
Look at vuvuzelas.
Oh.
Is that what they were called? Yeah, the newts. That we are the Pingu Penguins. I realize you made me wear this shirt and you can't even see what's on the shirt.
That's okay. Maybe I should let people. For those of you who are watching, we're gonna do like a little 2-part segment to this, just so that the second half of the video you'll be able to see us. We're not going to fix the lighting or whatnot. We are legit going to film the second half inside our stay for the night.
Way to
Yeah.
ruin the editing magic.
Editing.
Editing. So yeah, we're just
You
gonna
do the
do this.
editing. You ruin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut all this out.
Don't cut everything out, and we got nothing to
Welcome
post.
to the world's most heavily edited podcast.
No, you really wish we were so heavily edited we won't be this. We look like oh my god, I just realized if I bend a bit more, no. I was gonna say I should have tried harder to look like Mickey Mouse. But it was just like, no,
Well,
actually
well,
as a silhouette shot it does look nice
Yeah, nice to look at a silhouette for an hour.
No.
So yeah, we are in the harbor, and it's nice. We spent some time here. We set up all these things. Despite the fact that we are on the sea, we're having a donut theme. In case you were wondering, because donuts, as we know, are the second best food on the planet. First being pizza. Thirdly being burgers.
I knew your answer.
Fourth being
I'm surprised you put donuts higher
chicken
than burger
rice.
though.
It depends.
Yeah, because for you it depends on the day. And
Depends on the
time.
day.
Yep.
If it's like a Friday, burgers on top.
Number 1, nasi goreng. Number 2, pasta.
What kind of pasta?
Depends if I feel Malay, Indian, rarely
Pasta is
Hokkien,
Italian.
or Italian, or I want to say pasta because I didn't want to say mee because depends. If I feel like eating mee, something is Malay mood. If I feel like eating pasta, then it's Italian mood. But there are people who make like macaroni is supposed to be like a form of pasta, right?
Macaroni is a pasta,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So you went.
Correct.
You
but
started
then,
with pasta,
but
went
then-
around the planet.
But then, if you order macaroni from a Malay makcik, it's macaroni goreng. So it's not really
so
pasta.
so is macaroni goreng pasta?
That's the thing, is it?
So
Question mark.
So what makes pasta?
No. Casually comes back on screen.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful audio.
Oh.
So what makes pasta pasta?
Italians.
If you make like fettuccine alfredo, that's pasta.
Okay. If you make carbonara, pasta.
That's pasta. But if you just use like spaghetti and you instead of like egg noodles for mee goreng, is that pasta?
Because you think about it this way, I have had aglio olio using spaghetti or linguine and stuff, and I also have had aglio olio where people use yellow mee and make.
Is that pasta?
Exactly, is it? I eat it because I like it, but am I going to anger the Italians? Yes, I am.
The Italians are always angry. It's kind of their whole thing.
We ruined their pizza, we ruined their pasta, we ruined their coffee.
We didn't ruin the pizza. America ruined pizza.
Yeah, I just prefer those overt actual like
I
Italian
do
ones.
want to go to like Neapolitana though. The birthplace of the pizza. It's one of my bucket list things. I don't have a lot of bucket list things just cause like
Do you even have a bucket?
I have a bucket.
You have a trash bucket?
No, yeah, a bucket. What do you use your bucket for? Or you one of those people that has a fancy bucket? Or the
No.
rest of us just have the bucket at
No,
home?
I just have to have a pink bucket. Technically, I do have a small bucket. I actually bought a very small
Yeah,
bucket
you have
last
a
time.
gentrified bucket.
Don't talk about my bucket.
I have
like
the
that.
bucket that came from the man
No.
who
I bought that bucket
who
to
came
make
from
my...
Nantucket. It's a very old nursery rhyme and I forgot how it goes.
See, you ruin it yourself. No, I have a very small bucket. For I wanted to make a literal bucket list. It's like this.
Do you hear
Size.
about? Do you hear about the thing?
I got to sneeze when
The-
he picked up.
Don't sneeze into the mic, dumbass.
I'm trying to control. I think she's gone.
Ugh. Do the thing where you just put your finger under your nose.
Put your finger down if you. That's the TikTok trend.
I don't understand that.
Like you have your 10 fingers out, and then like they ask you questions, and if you have done it, put it down.
Oh, I saw one that was it was like 10 fingers, and then he was like, let's do it. Put a finger down if you're an idiot. Then he puts down a finger. Then he's like, let's start, and then
that.
I love that one. That's my favorite. This is the only one I watched,
And you
and
like.
that's about it. Yeah, because I was like, every other one's probably gonna be trash. What are we talking about?
Bucket list.
Oh no,
You just went like an engine, and even boats don't sound like that.
I don't think this boat has an engine.
You don't know about the boat. Stop annoying! I'm gonna hold my hand back.
There is this, you know, the Bernstein Bears effect. No, the Nelson Mandela effect. The Mandela effect. The one where like you remember a certain thing as it is, and you and a bunch of other people remember a thing as it is, but
In reality,
like in reality, it
something-
never happened. Which actually it's called the Mandela effect because a lot of people believe that Nelson Mandela
wasn't a
like he died in prison. Like he's the some famous activist for not activist, I forgot the word for it. He basically like saved the whole country or something politically, and he's a big political figure for it. And for some reason, a lot of people believe that he died in prison while he was doing this service, but he's still alive, like, and he's doing well for himself. So
That-
everybody's like,
That's the but no, that one is conspiracy. The one. No, I was going to say it's like.
no, it's not really conspiracy. It's more like no one has like a whole thing.
No, the
against it.
next point I have is more conspiracy. Is the Osama one.
What the fuck is the Osama one?
whether is he still alive?
Okay, that's a conspiracy. That one's just
which is why I withheld it initially because I was like, no, but yours is more Mandela.
No,
mine's more
because
conspiracy.
mine it goes like it's a more innocent one where it's like it's not like a conspiracy. Nelson Mandela is alive. I'm sure he is. Like he is alive. He's doing well.
Says who?
Says
Doing
Nelson
well?
Mandela. He sent me a tweet.
What did he say? HMU.
He said ASL. He's an old school kind of guy. But because like people know it as the Mandela effect, but for a lot of people it got famous because of the Bernstein Bears. Where I honestly, the Bernstein Bears for me are not. It's not a big thing for me. I never really grew up reading them. Which
I did.
Oh, good for you.
And it's not for me. It's not Bernstein.
Yeah, so a lot of people remember it as the Bernstein Bears, where like it's spelled like
S-T-A.
like Bern, however you spell it. I think it's BREN.
Yeah.
STEIN.
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears. But then a lot of people like found old books of it, and apparently it was spelled BRENSTAIN.
Yeah,
so
the
it was never,
AIN is not the one I grew up reading.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, wait, has it been Bernstein or Bernstein Bears?
It's been Bernstein.
Yeah. But I think turns out it was like a big publishing thing where, like in the old days before everything was a bit more like controlled, like I think it was just a misspelling or like a translation error or something. So it's just like half the planet got Bernstein, the other half got Bernstein.
Or it's
so
whether
like,
it's like UK or
yeah,
American.
it's like regional releases. So it's like it just depended on which one you got. Both existed, just depend what you got. But like it came to the whole point where like people believe that at some point in time there was a very obvious timeline split, and we are feeling the ripple effects from both timelines like ripple into each other. And that's when it goes like into like, alright, y'all are insane. It's just a big misunderstanding, but on a wide scale level, kind of like a mass hysteria, but for Nelson Mandela.
That also is like some countries and their nursery rhymes. It's like the exact same song, but it's taught differently across some. Nothing is coming to mind right now, but it's like it's taught differently. Like certain verses is actually changed.
It's like how Lion King is just Hamlet.
I legit say nursery rhymes, not full-fledged Lion King.
I mean, Lion King is basically a nursery rhyme.
Lion King is where you started your furry obsession.
No.
Was it Lola Bunny then?
Yeah. I was a Space Jam kid. I was always more into the Looney Tunes
Wait,
than
Space Jam as in you, the MJ, right? Not LeBron James?
Yeah, Space Jam, not the mistake one.
Not the mistake. Picks up your Jordans and like, Michael.
I don't have it.
And, yeah.
His name is Mikael Jordan.
I don't even know if the mic is...
Mikael Jordan!
I just one thing, we are so confident that the mic is going to pick up all the audio that we are seated so far away from it.
I mean, it's a sensitive mic. You don't, this is your mic, but you don't give it enough credit. You gotta apologize to your mic.
You dirtied my mic at the base. Hello.
I said apologize.
Hello.
Alright.
It's should have just Adele it to the mic. Okay, actually, do you even see why we are here today? Or are we not revealing that?
I mean, if you want to.
No, it's up to you.
Why would you bring up a point and then tell me to bring it up?
No, because it's like, I mean, wouldn't it be weird you just want to explain like there's just donut decor out of nowhere on a boat that we are on?
Why not? It's lore.
For who? Oh. You don't have
for the audio listeners, I'm pointing.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
like
camera.
it's like, what are you doing? It's just like I think the podcast is done. Just exit. But okay, fine.
Yeah, we're on a boat.
We shall not reveal it then.
That's fine.
I want to
It's
go
nice
on a boat.
that we're just on a boat. Somebody got bonked in the head like a Looney Tunes character.
That one is definitely, what's the name? Coyote.
Wily Coyote.
I think I scared about
Wench.
the wench thing cannot happen.
Listen to
back
episode
to back.
podcast 11. Episode podcast?
Episode podcast is not.
Welcome to the episode podcast where we talk about episodes that shit mobile game.
No. Oh.
It's called episodes, right?
What?
The shit mobile game. There's like a
Oh yes.
like
The
one that's
where
like
you read.
animated really weird stuff.
Oh my god, you're kissing the thing. Then like what do? Then choose the option, right? Yeah. It's episode.
I hate those ads. There's a lot of ads like those going around, and I hate
You'll
it.
be very surprised. There was one point of time I even downloaded it to play, and then after a while you cannot even choose your options because you need to buy coins or whatever.
I think our timeline split happened, and now we're just in the one of the worst timelines. Because I've been because the Father for the Point podcast Twitter, the Farther Twitter
Oh God. Okay.
has the farther Twitter is very new,
Yeah.
right? And I have like a main Twitter that I've been using for years, so like the algorithm has like changed
Yeah.
enough for me. Like it gives me things that are like the ads are relatively relevant to what I do and stuff.
Ads.
Yeah, the ads.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's how the internet works. Everything's targeted towards you, cookies and shit.
I know, but Twitter gives me the least amount of ads.
No, but you still get ads. It's not the number of ads. It's just what the ads are. Because like at least I get ads that are relevant to me. It's like, oh, I looked up crypto like once or twice, and I get nothing but crypto ads. So yeah, but the farther Twitter, because it's new, and I only use it when like I have to and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't browse with it.
Correct. And when you keep the account date, then it's for me to find and scroll something and retweet.
Yeah.
Just
But like because it's rarely used, right?
Yeah.
Unless I'm like talking with other podcasters and stuff, but like because it's only used essentially for business. It doesn't know what like we are like as that account.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of like the default these ads are from people who just paid money to make Twitter pump the ads to more people.
Oh.
So there's a lot of like the shitty mobile game ads. And the one that I recently got again
Is it the one?
is Mafia City. And those ads are fucking awesome.
What is Mafia City?
Mafia City is a game that sucks, but the ads are what make it famous. There's a whole subreddit called Mafia City Ads, I think, or like it's dedicated to the Mafia City ads. And it's this like obviously fake, not representing the actual gameplay kind of shit where like you're like a level 1 thug and you're facing up against a level 50 crime boss. And like you go into a fight and obviously the level 50 boss guy wins.
Yeah.
And then he's like crying and he's in prison for some reason. And then even in prison, he gets beat up by like, because he's only a level 1 thug. But then there's like level 5 gangsters in the prison, so he gets beat up by them. But then he gets helped by a level 20, like a, I don't know, enforcer or some shit. Like it's just like these obviously just CGI characters that's animated to move in a way, but they have like little nameplates above them. There's like level and their rank or whatever.
That's the same thing I've seen with fishes.
What the fuck?
Like you start off as a level 1 small fish, then you got to go
Yeah.
and upgrade.
Yeah.
Then you cannot go and attack a level 30 like shark or something.
Yeah, I mean that's the base of like every game with levels, like every RPG ever made, you know? It's like, oh, obviously you don't fight the level 50 idiot if you're level 51. But like this level 20 guy like levels him up to like level 10
Then he beats up all
then
the other
he beats up
people.
the level 5
Inmates.
gangsters or whatever. Then he gets out of prison and then like he fights the level 50 boss again, but he loses. But then the level 20 guy who helped him before helps him, and then they win, and then they become level 100 for no reason. And then suddenly, like they get a bunch of money from just, I don't know, pantsing the guy. And then there's like level 20 whores just around them, and then they party. And the ad ends and it shows download Mafia City today. And it's like, that was the best 15 seconds in my entire life. The whole thing is
Your
15
life
seconds
must be
long.
very sad.
Yeah. And it's the best ad I've ever seen in my life.
No, that's not the best ad.
No.
Yeah,
The
really other good ones.
Virgin Airlines safety ad is honestly one of the best ads of my life.
Virgin Airlines is not bad.
It's really good. It's a shame they're in a scandal right now. I think.
Virgin. Speaking of airlines, did you see the Pikachu plane?
Oh, from Scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think when you get on the plane and stuff like that, you're going to get like how Mac is now they do have their Pokemon themed stuff. Do you think inside the plane is going to be very like that? If you order food and drinks, you're going to get
No,
it?
I don't think so.
This is
I
exterior.
honestly think because like Scoot released pictures,
Yeah.
like they press release pictures of like that Pokemon plane, and it's like the outside is a bunch of Pikachu on it, and it's very cute. And the inside, like, there's on the things on the top, the baggage, where
Yeah.
you put baggage, it's like, there's pictures of Pikachu there.
Yeah.
Scoot has this thing where it doesn't have, like, the in-flight entertainment
Yeah.
for all you rich fucks. But, it has, like, a little tissue thing. And it's like, it tells you, like, oh, you can, use this for a Wi-Fi that sucks. And, like, you can do this and do that.
It's
And, like,
good enough.
when we went to Bali,
Because we fly.
it's not really good enough. It's nothing. It's just like a thing for you to read.
I mean, if you want more than that, you just got to be willing to pay more.
No, I mean for a budget airline. It's like
It does what it does.
why would you waste the tree for this? You know?
Yeah, it really does what it does for a budget airline. Like there you get it. I remember that when we were going on our flight to Bali, there was the three of you guys were seated alone. I was seated by myself, right?
Yeah.
Then there was a couple beside me. The guy in that relationship, he ordered a full-on like meal.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not strange for me to see he got smacked by a donut.
I've constantly getting smacked by that donut.
Yeah, it's not strange to me seeing people eat on a plane, but honestly, it's the first time for me to see someone who actually forked out money to eat on a budget airline.
And I saw that guy order. The food looked. Man,
Right? Yeah.
it's just like he paid like what $25 for like a single chicken drumstick or something.
Meanwhile, I think an American, I assume, or some maybe Australian, I don't know. One or two seats in front of you. I think he definitely probably bought it at the like once you have checked in and stuff. So he pulled out like a full-on sandwich from his bag and started eating. So I was like,
This is weird. I want to travel more. I want to be on a plane more. Planes are fun.
but I wonder whether for you, because you haven't experienced like really long flights, right? How will it be for you, or will you be able to comprehend that you're literally still flying maybe after 12 hours? You're like tens of thousands of feet off the ground.
It'll probably blow my mind that now I am the streamer now.
Why?
It's part of my skull. Up there it is.
What streamer?
No,
Oh,
this
streamer.
is like,
I know, I thought you mean like gaming streamer. I didn't know it. You just suddenly dropped it out of nowhere. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we're live actually.
Hey, and then you can see your face now.
Barely. Yeah, the sun's coming now.
Hello? Mine spotted.
Yeah, if you keep that way, yeah, then you'll be fine.
Hi guys. Yeah.
No, because planes go fast.
Very.
Look, that was the podcast. Planes go fast.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Planes go fast, but because planes are very fast, but you don't see it from the ground. For a lot of people, I guess for most people, the first time you see a plane, like, flying is from the ground, right? So like,
Yeah.
like from the ground you're looking
When you
up.
say flying, you mean taking off, or you mean
No, like
actually
it's
flying?
in the sky
okay.
flying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is like you're on the ground, you're looking at it. It honestly looks slow.
But because it's really dropped altitude by then, the ones where you were able to see from here, like you're like, oh my god, it's gonna hit the building kind of close. Is it
What?
dropped
No,
the altitude?
I meant just like those tiny, like when they're tiny in the sky. I'm not talking like see a fully sized plane like 3 meters on your face. Oh wow, that's a plane.
3 meters from your face. I want to see which airlines allowed that to
Yeah, if
happen
it's
for you.
grounded.
Oh my god. No, I mean
I'm
like,
saying like it's in the sky and you're on the ground. It's just like, oh, that's a plane. And
cue a
it
plane
looks,
right now and it's the crash
yeah,
on Faris.
it looks tiny.
I declare a strike. So I don't want to declare anything. I was going to say I declare a nuclear strike on you. I was like, no. The internet's going to trash me. No, because you got to be very careful with your jokes these days, man. We were just talking
wasn't
body
even
yesterday. We were just talking body yesterday
You
about
just
the
straight up,
lady
you just
who.
straight up threatened an airstrike on me.
Yeah, and what do I look like? I have any form of power?
You know the
to
space
even-
buns? You could be hiding radar dishes in those
Thank
things.
you. But no, it's the same thing I was telling yesterday about the lady who fell on the escalator because of the other
Yeah.
foreigner putting the luggage
Yeah, speaking
there.
of like idiots in travel,
Yeah.
that video of that lady I think it was China, who just absolutely ate shit because another idiot lady just that part. A lot of people talk about the lady who got hit
Yeah.
and ate shit on the floor,
Yeah.
which bad for her. But we'll talk about her in a bit. I'm talking about the lady who who let go of the suitcase.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the...
It's not that's not suitcase, that's a full-on luggage.
Oh yeah, luggage.
It was yeah.
Because if you look at the footage, it's like she's on the escalator.
Yeah.
And like she puts the luggage in front of her first and like she's going.
Yeah.
She turns around and then like, I think she's with another person and like another luggage, right?
Person, yeah.
She turns around and she's like surprised that the thing isn't there anymore. She reaches out and it's like, oh, it's not there anymore. And then like the eyes, like you can see on her face or like the way her body her body language is. She looks in the distance and then she's like calling it back like a fucking moron. And it's like, how dense is your brain?
Unless, you know why? Because and hear me out. I have actually seen this before.
What, people don't know how escalators work?
Yes, actually that's also true.
In this year of our Lord 2022.
Honestly, yes. And there are some people who are also scared of escalators because they are just not used to it and they just cannot understand the timing to get on and off. They might not be used to it.
So these people are about to get on a plane but they can't comprehend the moving staircase.
You see, you grew up in a city, not everybody has had that privilege also.
Yeah, but not everyone in the village. It's like at some point, it's like okay, there's a platform that's moving.
Yeah.
You would think like
they are pressured in the timing, like if they miss, they're going to slip and fall. And this one is not me picking a story from online, personal encounter.
You didn't know how escalators work?
I never say my encounter. I said I've just encountered these people. I'm not going to drop names. So actually, no. No, as in
Spill the tea, girl.
There are some people where they have the hard case.
I need to stop moving this.
Hard shell luggage. You're the one editing it, so all the best. The hard shell luggage where it can stand upright on its own, you know. Like
isn't that most luggage?
No, there is hard and then there's the luggage. Like the luggage that I brought. This one, that is hard shell. Like it's hard. The soft one, that means it's like made of cloth kind of thing. Fabric, yes, fabric one. So the thing is that usually the hard shell luggages are able to stand upright on its own. The cloth one may not, depending on the weight distribution of how you pack it. Sometimes it's very heavy. So her one, if people have noticed the video.
If you get seasick watching the video, I apologize. It's very weird seeing the background move and we're just like completely still.
Relax. No, the thing is that I have seen, if you notice the video, she will be wearing the luggage that she had is the fabric kind. And you can tell that the front compartment is heavy because it is bulging.
Yeah.
So when you put it upright, it is bound to fall unless you hold it with you. So even if she, let's say, take the escalator with the luggage, if she wasn't holding it, it probably is going to tip.
So I guess in you're trying to say that in the lady's defense.
Bodo. That's what I was trying to say.
I mean, thanks for peeking. But
you've been yell
thanks
at
for
me.
peeking, duck. So you're trying to say the lady you're giving the lady a benefit of a doubt because she probably didn't know that the thing was gonna like tumble forward.
Try to give benefit of the doubt. But
I think you're trying to say that in that lady's mind, her stupid mind.
Yeah, I'm not.
That, like it was gonna be on like the escalator step, but it was gonna stay on that
there,
step as it traveled down like a happy little boy.
Yeah. Because you see, there are people, for example, let's say if you carry the hard shell cases, even me, because sometimes there's the rule of thumb, right? Like if you're not climbing down or up, you stand on the left. If you are, you take the right. So sometimes you don't want to be an asshole and have your luggage also hogging up the space. So you will have your luggage one step lower one.
Yeah.
But you are still kind of holding the luggage.
You are holding.
Exactly.
Not kinda.
So no, for
unless
hard
it's
shell
super
is still
stable.
fine. Exactly.
Unless
so
you rich people with your hard shell luggages.
you also have a hard shell luggage. Oh, but it's not even yours.
I don't have one.
The one you brought to Bali?
That wasn't leather, it was leather, not leather. It was cloth.
Oh, I think you're the only one who brought the cloth one, yeah.
Yeah, fine, just expose me.
No, which sometimes is a good thing because actually the cloth one is more, you are able to
Hey, the Coast Guard's in the shot.
Hi.
Hello, friends. Our floaty friends.
You are able to squeeze more stuff there because the hard shell, because it's hard to compress it versus cloth, like fabric, it's very easy to compress.
I mean, it is just like, it's two like halves, you can just like clamp it together. With like fabric, it expands and shit, so it's annoying. But like yeah, so that lady's a fucking idiot for not understanding how that shit works.
But how the internet handled the other lady, the one who the victim.
I can only say it's expected. It's like the lady fell, like, she didn't fall. She had her feet swept out from underneath her. And, like, gravity did not give her a single chance. She just went standing horizontal in like less than a second.
Mm-hmm.
I think even in the frame, in the video that got released,
You can see her.
you could go from standing to full horizontal in like 3 frames.
Chop,
Like,
chop, chop.
bam, she's gone. I'm not kidding.
Vecna got to-
I think she got a concussion from it.
Yeah.
If she didn't, like, her head's also dense as fuck.
Because they did say she suffered several like head injuries.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's honestly very
No,
bad.
the thing what I'm trying to say, the whole point of this is how the internet is. So the one I was sharing with you about previously was when I was on Twitter and I saw it, there was someone making fun of the fall. Not the person wasn't laughing
As the
at
internet does.
Yes, the person wasn't laughing at the victim, but it's like laughing at how she fell.
Yeah.
It's like how stupid, you know, you were flying and yeah, so all those jokes. And then there was one other person who commented like how can you be so mean? You should wish that, you know, everything is fine and you know, like things like that. She's like, how can you be, I hope everything is okay, and she wishing her a speedy recovery and things like that. And that same person who made that joke just commented, what are you, new here? That was it, just what are you, new here? Because
It's like yeah. What do you expect?
I mean, a lot of people cope with their not even situations. That's just life. It's just comedy.
No, because like unless you're like, you know, unless you're being a dick to someone, it's like making a joke that doesn't really cause anyone hurt. It's like who's hurt by that? You know, I think that's the internet's mentality since like the early days of like
True, but
forums
then
and shit.
because the thing is that the internet is mixed with a lot of different types of people, where there is the extremely sensitive, the I do not give a rat's ass about anybody, and honestly the one who don't know how to cross the line, the
Yeah.
complete douchebags also.
That's the thing about like old internet where like before it was called social media and it was just like there's just people talking on a forum shit.
What,
Like
MSN?
that's a chat. It's different. I'm talking-
Friendster?
that was social media.
Oh.
So you know forums think like for lack of a better term 4chan, although that one is just I hate that's the
I
first
don't
thing
know
that
what
comes
you're
up.
talking about.
Good.
You boomer.
That's not even boomer. Boomers don't know what 4chan is. They think 4chan is a terrorist organization, but it's just a bunch of like nerds on the internet.
I don't know, what is it supposed to be?
See, like that's the most Gen Z shit you could. That's honestly that's both Gen Z and boomer at the same time. If you don't know what 4chan is, 4chan is just a bunch of forums that is linked under the banner of 4chan. So you know how Facebook. So yeah, 4chan's there. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like forums on its own are
I
like
know
on
the
the way
Yahoo
out.
one, the Yahoo page that people were talk. Like they ask questions. Like, you know how Reddit works, right?
Yeah.
There was a very long point of time, like before that Yahoo was the where people went to ask questions,
It's like
share
Yahoo.
forums.
It's like Yahoo Answers, but if people could just never stop commenting. That's all it is. So
Okay.
like yeah, like before it was called social media, before MSN was a thing. The only way for you to communicate with like somewhere around the world was if you both
Pen
were.
pal.
You sure you're not a boomer here?
You sure you have never had one?
A pen pal? No.
Well, so lame. What type of primary school you go to?
Poor one, obviously.
Yeah, mine was not some rich ass school, but we had.
We
pen
didn't
pal
even have
system.
paper.
Oh, you
we-
guys had computers.
No. When we all did an exam, we all
You
wrote on
had
the same piece of
stone.
paper.
We all wrote on the
We
same
all,
piece of
my
paper.
whole class of 40 shared the same piece of paper to write the
The
answers.
pencil tectons, is it? Or was your pencil not
Y'all
actually a
had
pencil?
pencils? We had to rip the paper in the shape of like letters. That's why my handwriting is garbage.
Oh, nice save, man. My God, what's your handwriting? I think teachers, like primary school teachers of mine, who call your kind of handwriting chicken shit. Straight up.
my handwriting has always been called terrible by my parents, by my teachers, by my peers.
Because you don't try.
And it's like, at one point I genuinely did. And then
How long ago was that?
no, at one point they did, and then the teacher called me like slow.
Oh, because you took your time.
Yeah, so it's like I write fast, it's horrible. If I write normally, it's somehow worse. Yeah, if I write slowly and make it like nice, I'm just slow.
So that's why you moved into just.
Yeah, no, that's why I just
Typing.
that's why I stopped writing in like lowercase. I just write in all caps. Because like even though I do not like cursive, when I have to write fast, I end up defaulting to cursive,
Yeah,
and I have
it
no
makes
idea
sense.
why.
It's just like the very good example is like EE. It's always
Yeah,
EE.
it's just two loops.
boop.
It's good.
Ui.
Did you just make that thing do a kickflip?
No.
Alright. It's yeah. Because I realize cursive is just writing, but the pencil or the pen never leaves the paper.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I realize that when I write fast, I don't lift my
Lift it
hand.
up.
So it's when I don't lift my hand and I start going to cursive, it gets bad. Because then I already can't read cursive. So when my handwriting eventually defaults to cursive, I really can't read my own shit. So yeah, I just decided like I can write all caps at a decent speed, so at least it's somewhat readable. I do have the problem where a lot of people like yeah, my handwriting be called chicken shit for all my years of life. When I went to secondary school, some teacher called it doctor's handwriting, and that was by far one of the best compliments I've ever had.
Yeah, but the doctor's handwriting is usually the worst
Yeah,
compliment
and
for
it's-
handwritings, but
the
it's a
thing
very
is-
successful career.
The problem with like doctors' handwriting is that doctors are one of the most needed and respectable professions on the planet.
Yeah.
How did they all agree to have shit handwriting? Because
They
it
got no
can't
time
be
to
a...
prescribe. So listen, example, you need antibiotics, ibuprofen and whatever. So they'll just be like, nyo, 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 nyo. And some people know how to read, the pharmacists. I
It's like-
actually salute them more. Because they need to prepare the
Pharmacists?
medicines that the doctors wrote.
Pharmacists are honestly a very underrated profession in like healthcare. Because a lot of people think that pharmacists are just like the people who dispense your pills. It's like they gotta understand, because when you follow up medicine,
Yeah.
you don't get it from a doctor, you get it from a pharmacist.
Yeah.
So your pharmacist has to like, oh, how long has your treatment been going? Like, have you had any side effects? How about this and that? Like the doctor gives you the initial check, like the first
And the
go,
prescription,
right?
yeah.
The initial prescription. Everything after the first one, that's all the pharmacist. I found out because I read an article online.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you actually have a place to go and collect. So since when do you take meds like that?
Even if I did, I wouldn't talk to the pharmacist. I just don't want to bother them. I don't want to be rude. I just like, I'm sorry, your job is so hard. I'm just gonna take this and be out of your existence.
No, and
I'll
then,
take this and evaporate.
No, and then there are some time when the thing about the pharmacy sometimes it's a bit sad is
Pharmacist.
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 What? Oh.
Like if you're a bad pharmacist, so you call a pharmacist.
Honestly, it's lesser bad pharmacists, more shitty patients. I've been to like polyclinics and stuff, and then like they prescribe something,
Oh, I
and
know
the
what you
patient's just arguing like non-stop with the poor person that just, and the queue is so in polyclinics, right? The queue is so long, and they're just yapping about why the prices for these go up. How come the government never subsidize? My most hated like my contribution, or you can otherwise change it to my salary. My tax pays your salary. You really don't.
I don't. That mentality in a lot of like sad to say, the US started a lot of that shit.
Honestly, for US, it makes sense.
No, because they are a government service, and that's what their tax like.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, there is a division. If you're like a cop or a firefighter, I think. Yeah, firefighter, cop, doctor. Oh no, the US not doctors, because their doctors are private.
Paramedics, maybe.
Not all actually. Like they are private paramedics, but I know firefighters, police, like on a government, like a federal level for the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a government service, so they are considered civil servants.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like in Singapore where, like if you're a cop, firefighter, or not, if you're
No,
if you're in the
considered
police
civil
force,
servants.
if you're in the civil defense force, you're a public servant, yes, but you're a public servant not by position. You're a public servant by job.
Sector? Oh.
By sector also, yeah. Like you're still a citizen. And a lot of people, because of the US how they work, is if you're a cop or a firefighter, if you're in the government service, you don't pay taxes. Because you are the government. That's what the citizen pays for your service.
Yeah.
So their taxpayers money
Yeah.
is your salary. That's why they take tax evasion very seriously.
Yeah.
Unless you're a billionaire, in which case you go off scot
You
free.
just still pay.
But in Singapore, not Singapore, I think a lot of countries that have more than half a brain to work, like their public servants are still citizens. So
They
like
don't.
their job
it's
is
so
their job is a job. So they still pay taxes. So
That's the thing. There is only, I think, one. No, there are few categories of people who do not have to pay tax, like they are tax exempted and stuff like that. But the thing is, no. I mean, you can't be a 4-year-old and cannot pay tax. I mean, it makes sense. There's an age requirement.
they get an allowance. They have an iPhone.
Okay, that means their parents are the ones that found, not the kid.
Oh.
But I'm trying to say is that unless you are exempted from paying tax and things like that, the ones who actually should be paying tax, whether it doesn't matter if you're the patient that visit the hospital, it doesn't matter whether you're the nurse working at the hospital or the doctor prescribing it, all three of y'all pay your tax. So what the
Yeah.
hell do you mean you want to
It's
come to a pharmacist and yell at her?
Plus, the ones who always argue that, like with the position of my job, especially, it's I meet a lot of people who say that kind of shit, you know.
Yeah.
My taxes pay your salary, because those are the ones who are like, do you even have a job? It's like, do you pay your taxes? Because I'm pretty sure if you stop paying your taxes,
I have to ask you
nothing
this
changes.
question though. I mean, you can declare it live if you want to. Have you ever filed your own taxes, or you don't have to because your job does it for you?
We don't file our taxes. We kind of just pay it through gyro, don't we?
No. So okay, we'll take it off the thing that
Wait,
you.
how? Okay, we're not talking about that. We're not turning
No, I'm not asking. I'm just asking whether
No,
do you even know
my
about
job doesn't do it for me, but to
So
my
you've been
knowledge,
evading taxes.
no,
Dun, dun, dun.
to my knowledge, I've been paying it, and no IRS employee has ever come to my door, asking politely, can he follow me? And
Can he follow?
then he beats up my ass in an unmarked van. But
Wow.
no, but yeah, a lot of people, the ones who say that kind of shit, are always like the most unkempt, haven't showered in 3 months kind of people. Taxes pay your salary. And it's like it doesn't work. If your taxes pay my salary, why do I pay my taxes? And where does my money go? It's like, oh, I don't know, maybe the collective good of everyone.
Fireworks.
Yeah, but like once again, this
This is my tax money right there. Contributes $5, and the fireworks alone, the license to even get to display fireworks is cost a lot. And it's like, that's
Yeah.
my tax money then.
I hate it when people say that, because like those are the ones who like don't know the least about taxes.
It's monkey see, monkey do.
And it's all because of the US, and like because they say that shit.
But it works.
Movies.
It works. The thing is that it's a different country, different
Yeah, but
constitution. You work. Your
very
entire
different.
government works differently.
It was different, but because like their media is all over the place, everyone assumes that what they see is what they get. So it's like, oh, that guy made that complaint, I can make that complaint.
That's a sign for us.
I'm moving to the second half.
Yeah. How long are we even in for the
It's like
episode?
40 minutes, honestly.
Okay,
What about
okay.
done?
We can do another 20 minutes.
Can we?
If you want to. Don't touch. Oh, I think I'm gonna poke the balloon. Shout out to Faris for blowing all of the balloons up.
Shout out to me for blowing.
Shout out to Faris' parents for completely wholeheartedly accepting your son the way he is.
So anyway, did I mention we're on a boat?
Hey champ, that's really interesting. Next time, keep it to yourself.
Well, part 2. This time we're inside the boat!
So we are inside our boat, and I believe it's called a cabin.
It's a boat. And when we're inside, you can really feel the sway of the boat.
And it's air conditioned.
And it's air conditioned, so we sweat way less.
Yeah.
And you can finally see my shirt.
And yeah, okay, can you go give a close up on your shirt? I mean, okay, I want to give a close up. I give a close up, can?
Well, don't do this, because it's a bit obscene.
No, not the
Ah.
shirt. My donut dress can see. As in, can I give a close up?
Alright.
Woo! Okay, so there is the space buns. Woo, 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 woo. Don't touch it.
No, so you can do the Instagram thing.
Oh,
It was very soft.
and then this is my hair. Or is he talking about the scrunchie? And then
Can I unscrew?
you see, you're gonna don't touch. And then there's my donut earrings. And there's my very tired face.
Well, it looks less podcast. Now it's just like a lifestyle vlog.
I mean, it's too by something different. We did try. I mean, we're legit. The venue
We
has
are-
changed to a boat.
we went from my room to your house to an island to a boat.
Hey, we have to up the next one.
The next one,
We do it on a plane.
Scoot. We talk shit about you. I talk shit about you, but
We never fully even talk shit about them. We just say they're probably not going to have Pokemon stuff inside.
Yes.
That's about it. It's not shitting on it.
you were the first. Scoot was the.
First
I
airline?
said it was my first love. Scoot was the first time I ever sat on a plane. It wasn't. The first time I was sat on a plane was Jetstar. When I was on a 30-minute flight to KL, because at that point everyone else in my family has gone on a plane. My sister legitimately went on a trip on a excursion with a school
Where did she go?
to somewhere overseas. I think it was like
Hong Kong?
Australia or something.
Australia?
Like, it was quite a nice place to go
What a
to.
rich ass.
I really forgot what it was for, but she really went, like, it was a proper flight and everything.
Fancy.
And at that point
Why didn't you go to any excursions then? Like back in IT and stuff?
it's either they didn't have them or I couldn't afford it. It was that bad. Not bad, but like it was just kind of just the way it was.
Can
It's
I
like,
show this one also?
Yeah, right. You save me from talking about my disastrous childhood.
No, but I want to hear the story. Oh, it looks quite cool. Wait. Food!
TikTok.
I just appeared and it's on random. Okay, yeah.
I'm
as
gonna
in-
have a TikTok and a TikTok.
No, but wait. So secondary school, do you have? I don't think I
No.
went anywhere. I think
No.
for me, I was offered in poly.
It was one of those things where like if you weren't a student leader, you were fucked.
that disgusting
It was
one.
I hated that program because a lot of student leaders like they weren't leaders. It's just like they had good grades and somehow that entitled them to
Sorry,
way more.
it's not just
shit,
that. Some
way
of
more things to do.
them, they are also very nice kisses and suck ups.
Yeah, it's true. Like honestly, most of the student leaders I knew
Yeah.
were terrible leaders. I dated one in secondary school.
Ooh.
Just terrible.
I hope that she's watching.
No, she's fine, but
I mean,
I
she's
mean, I don't
fine.
know.
That's why you dated
I
her.
don't know what she's doing now.
But I'm pretty sure it's not
She
because of
wasn't a
the
good
fact
leader.
that you
Yeah.
didn't date her because she was a student
No.
leader. Well, exactly, you know. You date her despite the fact that she was a student leader.
Yeah, but like I actually had a few friends in the student program, student leader program, and I was in the NPCC, and I wasn't the best cadet. I wasn't the best police cadet out there. But I was there the whole 4 years I was in secondary school, and I only really started to pick up at Sec 3 and Sec 4 when we against our will took up the leadership roles, and clearly the student leaders were the ones who were like immediately the platoon sergeants and stuff, like the ones who were training our juniors to do this and that and this and that. And I was kind of just like the cool slacker leader. I was like the camp leader that everyone liked because I didn't do anything. I just kind of let people do their own thing as long as they finished up what they had to do. But one thing I did learn from the NPCC, nothing about discipline or like policing. I mean, community work was a good thing about like NPCC, NCC, all of the UG things out there. That was a good thing. The community work, honestly. But I did learn that there were just more than one type of leadership style, and the student leaders just defaulted into, I'm the boss, you are the underlings, so you have to do what I do, whether you like it or not. I mean, that's just kind of how NPCC worked. NPCC was always meant to be the more stuck-up UG. NCC was like the rugged boy thing, unless you had NCC girls in certain schools. But I became a leader of some sort, because where they failed, I came in and like with the softer hand approach. It's like I clearly saw what wasn't working and I tried to do it another way, and I think that was a valuable lesson. So enough of me kissing ass about NPCC. What did you do in secondary school?
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh. So how was your secondary school life?
Not great.
Oh.
I don't like
I mean,
secondary school so much. I'm fine with the friends I meet. I'm still friends with some of them in secondary school. I've had wonderful memories, but it's one of a dark period of my life that I will not on a platform publicize it nor talk about it, but I will happily talk about poly. Best 3 years of my life.
Alright.
Best education,
Is there-
and shout out to Republic Polytechnic for having the best poly system compared to any of the other polys. Very practical, very
relevant shout out I think is a shout out to Polite. Which is honestly one of the coolest things I think in like the tertiary education system. The poly ITE relationship. Specifically Republic Poly and ITE relationship.
I cannot sorry, I can't back that up because
Wow.
of recent discoveries
Just
made.
because I bring in ITE.
No, because of recent discoveries made, I always thought ITE students were given equal opportunities to enter Polytechnic. Until recently, I found out that from, of course, ITE students, that if you want to go, not that recent, if you want to go to get a diploma after you have finished your NITEC, higher NITEC, you are only still limited to the courses that you have taken in ITE, which is a bit sad because what if you didn't like what you were doing in ITE, you can't get out of it. So as much as
I mean that's
I don't like that part of the thing because I think you should be given a free choice
to be fair,
choose.
I think that's just IT trying to, because IT is a very realistic place. Like the thing about IT is obviously there's the jokes about like, you know, if you go to IT it's the end and all that shit, and like they see the students and all that and like all that shit. I went to IT when I was in ITE.
We literally mentioned NITEC,
it's,
higher NITEC for
yeah,
you so much.
I went to ITE, so I have a first-hand experience and all of it, and it's a very, they make it as realistic as possible. I never went to poly because after ITE I straight away went
Made
to
the
my
mistake
national
of
service.
signing.
I decided to derail my entire life. Oh, camera shook. I decided to derail everything and went to national service, and somehow that tumbled into this. Me sitting on a boat talking to a camera and a microphone with a lady in a donut dress.
Makes me really wonder what would happen if you didn't. Actually, wait, think about it. You have to backtrack. You want to know why? You got to see whether you would have been like because COVID would have still happened, right? Like what would have happened? I think
Would it?
your whether you have decided
what
to
if-
go for NS which year
what
wouldn't
if-
have. Okay, hold on. When which year do you graduate? 2016?
17.
2017 you graduated from higher NITEC.
Yeah. Then that same year I went to,
Okay, so
because
if
that was the big
2017
decision I made.
Alright, so 2017 was when you enlisted.
Also yes.
2017 if 2017 you graduated, I'm assuming sometime in May, April, Feb. When do you graduate? Which month? Because poly starts in April usually, like the intake is April. So do you
Jan.
graduate? Okay, so makes sense. So 2017 if you had enrolled into a poly, so 2017, 2018, 2019, your NS years would have been the COVID one.
Oh, and that would have been like super easy then.
Yeah, but your
Because like
NS years,
I
yeah.
do know NSFs who enrolled. What's the word? Enlisted.
How am I correcting you on that, man? I don't even serve.
Because no, they enlisted during the COVID years. Like
The 2020
circuit,
batch,
like
yeah.
the circuit breaker ones.
Yep.
And fuck me, their lives are just compared to my life.
Because you
My life.
enlisted pre-COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually talking about it,
pre-COVID.
exactly. So if you think about it that way, if you had what's the thing called? If you had went to take your diploma and then you would have served your NS from 2020, means I think this year you would have ORD.
Yeah.
Alright, I think it wouldn't have been.
What if what I did in NS impacted the planet so much
Mm-hmm.
that I stopped COVID? I know me. I assisted to stop COVID.
Well, the things are. I mean,
What
things
if
are
I-
easing up now, but there's monkeypox.
What
so
if the bat that was eaten by the Chinaman? What if I ate the bat?
Well, COVID would have hit Singapore a lot sooner than you think.
No, then I would have just like stayed at home.
No, you would have died.
Yeah. I would have been like Jesus. I died for our sins.
Then you can't do the podcast.
Ah, fuck.
Because the podcast only started this year.
Them's the breaks. The whole world went into a pandemic because I wanted to make a podcast. Took one for the team. That's a big L on me. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, so I wonder what would have happened if I enlisted. But granted, my enlistment would be considered a female sign-on, right? It's not a...
You can't... No, you can.
Is it?
There's a lady...
If I decide to sign on, is mine considered an enlistment?
No, there's a lady who did serve NS. Like a 2 years.
Like she enlist... I mean...
Yeah.
Oh. So women actually can enlist?
No one
but
said you
it's,
can't.
it's a
thing,
choice.
It's a choice. It's a thing that you... Like, it's a pain in the ass if you want to do it. More than just the person who wants to do NS. It's like the administration behind it.
So if I want to join...
I think.
The corps, the firefighter, like anything, I can just sign on. But if I want to get myself in the army, I have to enlist?
For NS or as a regular officer?
Like now if I want to just... Okay, I want to be an army something somewhere.
Just sign on.
So I don't have to... So there was solely an active choice that she wanted to serve national service.
No one knows why.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not talking about training, but I'm just in my brain. I mean, as a 26-year-old in my brain, all I'm wondering is why you get paid peanuts, man. As a regular,
it was a. To be fair, the article I read when it came out, the lady who served NS, like because they can't treat her like a regular enlistee. Because every Singaporean man who has gone to NS tells you like they treat you like shit. Not because of all that. It's just part of it.
Culture.
Yeah, not really culture. It's not really NS if you don't have people yelling at you. That's why a lot of people are like calling the circuit breaker batch of like enlistees. Like they're not really real enlistees, and I don't like it when people do that. Like they gatekeep experiences, that kind of shit. It's like, oh, you never did like 20 push-ups on a burning hot road like I did, but now like I found out that SCDF has stopped doing that.
Then now they give them the like yoga mats thingy, right?
Which I think, like, I don't want to be the kind of guy like, you're not a real NSF, you're not a real SCDF.
You are being babied basically.
Yeah, you're being babied. I don't like that culture. But I'm just gonna say like the circuit breaker like enlistees that came in, they didn't go through NS. You just did like an internship for 2 years.
That is basically how I felt when like, for example, a very good example for me to use is actually your sister, because when she went
My sister didn't go through NS.
Poly, when she went to Poly, she never met her classmates until 1 year after, because when she entered, it was circuit breaker and COVID. So for me, it's just so strange because like I just openly said it, Poly was the best 3 years of educational experience I've had in my life. I wouldn't go back and like, I didn't want to do this. No, I would have just, maybe nerd out even more, join more clubs, as in like CCA clubs and what, who knows. But the thing is that I really like RP system, and the thing is that you get to gel well with your class. The difference for RP is that every semester you change class. Every other poly is you are stuck with that class for the next 3 years. And
that part makes it cool. I made a choice not to go to IT to poly, but now I'm thinking like, I should get a diploma, and RP is like my number one choice. But that part still blows my mind. That like
every semester you
change
class.
I have to like change classes
and
every 6 months.
Every day it's one module only. That's why you're so focused on like that. But let's say for your sister, like she's doing that same class 3 years, and you're telling me that she hasn't met her classmates unless it's like Zoom and virtual. Do you know how sad? And the thing is, your sister is just one among many students who enrolled into polytechnics that year. They are losing out that bonding student life, that grossness of maybe potentially you can be a good friend of mine. A lot of poly students that even like cousins of mine and stuff who enrolled in poly like that year, the problem is they were so glued to their secondary school friends because they have no opportunity until they met face to face, where it was awkward and then like a professional hi, I'm your teammate kind of that shit, like
I hate it. I don't even know where they came from. What is it, Demi Lovato? Is it Demi Lovato?
No, it's The one from
Every shy girl ever.
no, the one. Oh my god. I can't remember her name.
Shawshank Redemption. Morgan Freeman.
She acted Jessie.
Oh, the shitty Disney original show.
Yeah, the Jessie. But that's the show name.
Decom.
But like her name, Debbie Ryan. I think it's something like that. Debbie
Isn't that a
Ryan.
character?
Jessie is a character.
Oh, Debbie Ryan's an actual person.
Debbie Ryan. Ryan or Ryan's? But,
Gosling?
no.
Oh.
Reynolds. No. But yeah, it was her. Where is the like? I think he wouldn't
Actually, I'm glad we moved in.
notice me. Why the
It's
sun?
like the sun is like really coming out and it's like really getting hot.
And that's what I was trying to like hint it, like 20 minutes, let's just do it inside, and you're just like, oh, carry on. I guess I didn't hint harder.
No, you hinted at the wrong thing.
Don't blame me
I am.
for your
I
incompetence.
am. We're on a boat. Did I mention that?
My tax is paying yourself. My tax is paying for the boat.
My taxes are paying for this boat.
No.
Oh. My boat is made of taxes.
Yes.
Fuck.
I just said.
This is the USS tax
Okay.
evasion.
Actually, I got one question. Speaking
No.
of boats, you know how if you own a car, you got to pay COE.
Yeah.
Whoever who actually owns this boat, do you think they have COE to pay,
You
or
do.
something
You
along
actually
the
do.
have? Is it?
Yeah.
You're not making this up because
I'm
I
not.
genuinely don't know.
No, because it's still you still need a it's kind of like to own a car you need to have a license and COE.
Correct. I mean,
With a
boats
boat
also,
you need a lot more than that.
correct. But so you
Like,
have
that's
to.
just part of it. Yeah, there's a certificate of entitlement to own a boat as well. Like that's why like you go to like you took driving license, right? I don't know why I said it like that. What the fuck?
Did it just pop on itself?
It just popped. I think it's because it's hot.
The balloon. Oh, good. Then we don't have to pop it later before we leave.
Yeah. That was weird. Yeah, like
I haven't gotten it yet.
like
I mean-
you went to like driving school.
Yeah.
So if you notice, they never actually say no. Same thing.
Oh,
Do you notice why they never say car? They always say motor car. Motor car manual, motor car automatic. They never just say car
you mean like theory tests and stuff?
anywhere.
Oh.
So
Because the instructors just call it car or bike.
Oh,
They don't call it motor
okay,
car.
like when you like enroll into a
Yeah,
course. and
it's
shit.
the theory part where you take before the test. It's always motor.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like that. Same premise. Like it's because anything that has a motor and moves, you need COE for, or like some sort of certificate for.
Not a scooter. Oh, but that's why PMDs became a problem lah.
Yeah, because they became like a gray area where it wasn't. It's kind of like vape. Like it's not regulated.
Vape is not legal actually here. It's not about like it's a grey area. Vape is straight up. They just banned it
Yeah,
here.
but then no, but vape actually is in a gray area because
It's
it-
not a
it's-
cigarette.
no,
Sorry, it's not a.
no, it's illegal, yes, but it's kind of like the whole common consensus that you can't tax it, but it's not the full picture. I don't know what the full picture is,
Oops.
but it's very like if we wanted to tax it, we would tax it. It just means regulating it, but
I think they decide with the vape thing. They decide to kind of go like easy on it. It's the same thing with what they did with shisha many years ago.
yeah, like
When
it
they
was
banned
fine,
shisha.
and then now it was a
it
soft
was banned, and then it became like it's bad for you. Then they stop, and then the vape thing then banned. Then, but granted, if I'm not wrong, okay, granted, I've only seen vape like when I got into the working world, which means I've never even set my eyes on vape before that. I've never
material
seen
war. Working
the
war.
sparkly vape and shit. Yeah, so because I know like vape back in the day, apparently a lot like they talk about the device, but it's apparently chunky. There's some coil. It looks like it's a giant. It's not like
Yeah,
how
the
vapes
first
are
time I
now.
saw vape was when I was on a job that IT sent me for.
Uh-huh.
And the guy gave me. It wasn't like the new vapes now.
Very
it's
smaller, compact.
It's tiny and everything is in this tiny little packet. It was like those. It's basically like a portable charger with a straw attached.
Yeah, so I actually have never seen that until I went to Bali, and when we had a driver that was vaping, and I was like asking him, hey, where?
Oh, yeah,
And he's
yeah,
I've been having this for what, 9 years or something,
Years,
is it?
yeah.
And I was like, I've never seen a
Yeah,
vape
because some
looks
people
like that.
when vaping was new and like there wasn't a law for it.
Mhm.
A lot of people really took care of it. Like a lot of people
The maintenance and
like,
whatnot.
a lot of people they don't know what the components of like a vape pen is.
Yeah.
They just like put my mouth in it, the cloud comes out.
But like when it was new, people were like, "Oh, this is the coil, this is the battery." You can like adjust certain things so like the coil gets hotter, so like it
And
comes
then
out nicely.
the
But if it
smoke-
gets too hot, then the coil melts and the whole thing breaks. So you gotta like balance it out. And it's like there was like a weird engineering science to it, and it was very impressive.
And there were
So-
people who actually engineered their own vapes.
Yeah, for like some of them like they even made their own like vape fluids, so that it would really come out more like it would disperse
It
more
would just
as
be
clouds.
literally they wanted to make it extra smoky for the tricks.
Yeah,
I remember seeing a lot of vape videos
Yeah, like
where
vape.
they just did this shit and it's like and stuff. Oh, am I supposed to do one with you?
if you want.
Am I doing it right? Yeah.
If you remember what this is, do you remember a better time? Vape Nation, y'all.
No,
We're gonna get arrested.
No, I mean, I'm
We're not gonna
talking,
get arrested.
I'm not puffing here and doing this. I'm just talking about it. No, but because the thing is, shisha was originally legal in Singapore. Then it became banned. But to my
Yeah.
knowledge,
Soft ban.
vape, it was then banned and then fully banned. It's not,
Yeah,
it wasn't
but-
soft.
It was such a weird thing because like
No, but vape has never been legal, right? So
no,
I mean, like back in the day when you were studying and you said you saw the
it was not like it suddenly. It's not like it's kind of like it existed. Now it's illegal. This new thing that came out and no one really understood. It was immediately made like you can't have this, and that's why a lot of people like the vape problem and the PMD problem. I think are very closely related because a lot of people are like, it's like are there bad things? Yes, but once again, a lot of people compare it to like cigarettes.
yeah.
It's like cigarettes also cause way more cancer and all these things, and they're way more widely available, and people still abuse those anyway.
No, because for some people, at least the ones I've read, the problem with vape is that if you vape excessively, because you are still inhaling.
You're still inhaling nicotine. It's
No,
tiny
it's not.
amounts.
No.
and
It's not about
is
nicotine.
it the pneumonia thing?
Is the vapor, which means it's water, which means
Yeah.
and it's a proven thing. Like some people, for some people, their lungs get filled up with water and then
Yeah.
it becomes very. I'm not talking about old people.
It's
Young ones also.
Yeah, they essentially they're slowly giving themselves pneumonia, and it is a problem. But like once again, it's like alcohol makes people fight. You know, then it's like why not ban that? It's like a lot of things.
It's bad for you
like,
if you go out of
yeah,
control.
once again, it's always like in moderation. If you know how to control it, then it's a good thing. Like PMDs are a problem. They used to be okay until people started like tricking them out and shit.
it,
It's still it's
driving
around.
it at an excessively high speed at a
Yeah.
pedestrian
And then they start
walking area.
colliding people. I think a very big moment was when someone straight up killed a guy when he's speeding and he rammed into someone and killed him.
There was
That
one.
was a problem.
Do you remember the one that the guy was speeding on the road, the side of the road, and if correct me, I might be wrong. I'm not sure Cisco or Atos, but I think he was Cisco officer that was on duty.
Oh!
Just kicked the guy.
It was an ATOS officer.
Atos, is it?
It was an ATOS auxiliary police officer.
I just know it was APO. Yeah.
That video was
Kicked.
fucking sick. I'm pissed at that video. How come that guy got fired and he didn't get promoted? You know how much how much balls he has to see that guy speeding at him. Not at that point, you know, he stuck to his duty. Or is what I'm saying. He could have just walked through, he could have just let it go. Because he's not a police officer.
Yeah.
He's an auxiliary police officer. He's not as bound to it as strongly as like a police officer.
Yeah.
He stood his ground and like he knew this I'm not gonna do shit. He straight up kicked him. And it worked. I mean, did it really prevent anything? I don't fucking know. But it looks sick.
Well, eventually became banned.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think at that period of time
It was in the
going to get banned.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But
And
at
then-
that speed that guy was going.
Oh,
in the
that
first
was
place,
definitely legal. I think he was riding on an expressway.
That's the
Oh,
also,
like a road. That was the
like
illegal
it was
part,
the
But
thing.
you know where things are never illegal? On the high seas. Did I mention we're on a boat? We're on a boat.
Can you play that? Like when you edit it, can you put the song? I'm on a
Like
boat.
heavily bit
Yeah.
crushed. Yeah.
I should
That'd be
expect
funny.
that. Hey, you never wear your cat.
Oh yeah.
Supposed to. No. Okay, you wear that. And then wait. Before you wear that, you stand by your Songkok cat that I promote you to this. So this one came with the boat. I mean, we got to leave it here. But yeah, it came with it. So this is when Faris decided to go to the mosque, even though it's a Monday. And then Oh, I think it's your hair also.
Also, yes, my hair does have a real beautiful hair.
And then you get promoted to?
Ah, it covered me. Oh, fuck.
I was gonna do, then you just took your hand because you just did this.
Alright, covered me.
So, I like you. Don't be rude and take with one hand. Someone will take like some leaflet I'm giving you in the corner. You gotta face me, I got to knight you. I should knight you in the most interesting way. Ready?
Ah!
I don't know what the hell it was here.
I mean, you don't give a cap.
Oh,
A Kaplan.
your Kaplan. No. Oh, I really like this cap.
Yeah. Alright,
Can you see? Oh, you look nice though. Like, you know why? This is like space, this is like sea.
Space Cap. The shadow. It's battle cam.
Captain
Better.
Planet is the hero. I don't know
Yeah.
how many people know that song.
We're on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at me. Fuck the mermaid. Or two.
Why would you say that?
It's the lyrics.
Oh,
Well, I mean, granted, T-Pain says it like, I fucked the mermaid. Alright,
at least you didn't say Akon now.
granted, you know, like the proper way to salute like, on the brim of the cap. Like your thumb tucked in like that. And like where the brim of a hat usually starts, you point there, then you point it a little bit down. So it's- you have to look very confused about it. So yeah.
Too serious.
We're on a boat, if I didn't mention it. That was episode 12. Where? We're on a boat.
We're on a boat, yeah.
If you made it this far, thank you for listening.
You got donuts, yeah.
Want a donut? Subscribe. You got a donut.
We have nuggets.
I never
yeah.
promised that. I never promised. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. If you're watching, thank you for watching. Rate us
Yeah.
5 stars. Give us a thumbs up. It gives us much support.
We're on a boat, yeah.
We're Father from the Point. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again next time. Maybe we'll be on another boat. Where the hell do you think we'll end up next? I'll put a poll somewhere.
You know that means me, right?
Back. Thank you for listening. Bye.